Hi guys, this is how I do my Trish Una makeup from JoJo's Part 5. Little disclaimer, this is how I do my makeup and you don't have to use the exact products I do. This is also how it looks on my face and it will most likely look very different on yours. But that being said, this is what I do smiley face. First, I mix the ColourPop Tinted Moisturizer with a foundation. The tinted moisturizer is too dark for me and the foundation is too light. That's why I mix it. I put it all over my face and neck, but avoid the eyes. Blend, blend, blend. Then I get my concealer and put it in the areas I want a bit brighter, my eyelids' inner corners, the tip of my nose, and bridge, under my lips, and so on. Blend, 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 again. When I blend out concealer, I try to keep it in the general area I want it. Instead of trying to cover a large area like with the foundation, I used a smaller sponge to do this. This is all I do for my base makeup. I put powder all over this, but not too much cause mine is very pale. This is probably one of the more difficult parts. For my eyeshadow, I start off using a bright pink color with some glitter on a fluffy brush and blend it on the outer corner. I bring it up and out toward the inner corner slightly, but not touching. I take a slightly darker pink on the same brush and put it in the middle of the area we just did and blend it out. Then I get a light pink sparkly color and do the same thing. Clean up from fallout. I go to another palette. I have to use a gold shimmer from it. I like using my finger when I apply shimmer or glitters for my inner corner cause I find it comes on better. Using that same palette, I like using the loose glitters in both the pinks and gold to add a bit more sparkle all over my lid. Then I use a white highlight on my inner corner. I like to drag it down at an angle, inspired by the arcane art style. I also like applying highlight on with my fingers because it looks more intense. The hardest part of all JoJo style makeup, the JoJo lines plus regular winged eyeliner. First, I make a short line from the point of my eye and follow the natural curve upward from my eye. From the end of the line I just made, I go in the opposite direction and drag down to the lid and fill in the wing and make a line along my lash line. After that, I go back to make the wing bigger if I think it's too skinny. I like my eyeliner to be short but thick. For mascara, I don't put on too much cause I will put on lashes as well. But if I don't have lashes, I pack on the mascara to make them long and dramatic. I also use my mascara to do my eyebrows. I brush them up and then shape them in a way I like and make them thick and cartoon-like. For my lipstick, I'll use bright pink lipstick. For today, I used a regular one, but when going to cons and such, I will use a liquid lipstick instead so it can last longer. For JoJo characters, I like having a full lip and like when I do an ombre lip for other characters. Fix up where I messed up. The JoJo lines, I start with my lips, outlining the bottom and top. I have a natural Cupid's bow, but when I don't like outlining that when I cosplay JoJo characters, cause I think it looks weird. I just do a curve over my top lip like the bottom. I also don't shy away from making the lines a bit thicker and uneven. They're animation lines, and it makes it feel more like animation. I do this part very slowly so I know what I am doing and where everything is going. The JoJo lines for the nose are the hardest part for me. I start from the eyebrow and drag it down using the natural curve of my nose as a guide. I put it in areas people would typically contour. The bridge and tip of the nose. And at the smallest part of my nose, I put lines across. I gradually make the lines smaller the farther I get from the middle of the nose. I also put a long line down the middle of my cheeks and some horizontal lines on the top. The lines for the jawline are the easiest. I also make this part much thicker than everywhere else. I start above my natural jaw and draw down before drawing on my natural jaw to my chin and doing the same on the other side. Similar to the cheeks, I draw a big line and then at the starting point add several small lines. I also made this area a bit thicker as well. I don't do regular contour when I do JoJo makeup from having JoJo lines. When I do JoJo lines and contour, I see no difference. I don't normally add lines on my neck, but Trish has a lower cut top, so I thought it would work. After the lines, I go back to add more highlights. on the tip of my nose where the circle is and the bridge on my nose and my cheekbones. Back to my lips, I use a pink lip gloss. I like to add a lot, but not too much to make the eyeliner smear. I did have a blush in the palette I used, but I dropped it and it broke. So I just used a mix of all the pinks that were clustered together. I liked the way it looked too. The sparkles were a nice touch for Trish. Ta-da! We're almost done! I like using lashes that have little clusters like the ones I have here. I like how they make my lashes thicker and a bit longer.
Two hours later.
After putting on Trish's top, I like to add a couple more lines and highlight. This is in no way of me sexualizing her character. I have just seen other Trish cosplayers do this and like the way it looked and it fits into the makeup.